keep our whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care about our natural world, and we are excited to share their stories with you today.
Killer whales are the ocean's top predator. They use cooperation and communication, not just size and strength, to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high-flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of that today and more. These and other behaviors provide an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, and years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the killer whales moving together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. This is just another reason why they are known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is Orcinus orca. Their common name is killer whale. Our 5 whales have their own individual names. Our 2 males, Paiukit and Tuar, and joining us out front today are our 3 females, Takara, Sakari, and Kamea. Kamea is our youngest whale at 9 years old. Sakara is our oldest whale at 31 years old. Takara is also the matriarch of our pod, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in their own health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we teach them husbandry or healthcare behaviors. Joining us today are trainers Amy, Danny, and Carrie to demonstrate some of those behaviors for you all.
Thanks, Cassidy. Hi, everyone. Carrie and I are over on this side of the pool with sisters Sakari and Kamea. And they're both demonstrating one of the very first husbandry behaviors that we teach the whales. It's called a fluke present. Now, not only does this fluke present allow us to get a great look at the entire underside of their bodies, but it also gives us close access to the easy-to-see shallow veins that run on the underside of their tail flukes. Our veterinarians can collect a blood sample from these veins at least once a month, and the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Now, during today's presentation, you might see us giving the whales back rubs, belly rubs, or even tail rubs. Killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the ways that we can strengthen our relationships with them.
That's right, Danny. Hey guys, I'm over here with 31-year-old Takara, who is the mother of Sakari and Kamea. Now, another important behavior we teach the whales is a slide out. And Takara's going to demonstrate that right now. Now, from the slide out position, we can use this to weigh the whales. We have a whale size scale that's located in one of our back pools, and once a week we will weigh them. Now, as you can see, as Takara is in this slide out here, there is a portion of her body that's still in the water down there by her tail flukes. That's called the peduncle, and the peduncle is very powerful and has heavy muscles. So in order to get an accurate weight, we also ask the whales to lift their heads and tails up, just like that. And that's how we know that as of last Tuesday morning, Takara here weighs 4,700 pounds. Now, it's really important that we weigh the whales on a regular basis to make sure that the younger whales like Kamea and Sakari over there are gaining weight, and that the older whales like Takara here are maintaining a healthy weight. Behaviors like fluke presents and slide outs are very important to make sure that these whales are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt, and for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Hi
Hi everyone, we're down here at the glass now and joining us is Amara. Now did you know that killer whales learn through observational learning or mimicry? So they'll learn necessary life skills by watching their moms and other whales and copying some of the skills that they see. Now here at SeaWorld, you can even learn by copying some of our movements. It's kind of like a game of follow the leader. So today we're gonna have you play follow the leader with Kamea and Sakari. Now the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna take our left arm and we're gonna put it all the way up in the air. So yeah, put it on up and give them a big wave. And look at that, they are paying very close attention to us. Killer whales are very curious animals, and we often see them spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now we're going to see if they can demonstrate that with a behavior called a sighting valve. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to take that same arm and point out toward them. There you go. Now you're going to throw that hand all the way across your body. Nicely done. Now they saw that and they are diving down to the bottom of their habitat at 40 feet deep before jumping out right in the center of the pool.
Ooh, wow, that was pretty impressive. Hey guys, we're back down here at the glass with my new friend Jessie. Jessie, say hello to everyone. Awesome. All right, Jessie, let's turn around and take a look at Takara and talk about how killer whales communicate. They do so in a couple of different ways. One way is through the vocalizations they make through the blowhole on top of their heads. So Jessie, why don't you go ahead and give her that first hand signal and we'll listen to some of those vocalizations. Excellent. Now, like I said, they make a variety of sounds through their blowhole on top of their head. So, another way that they communicate is by tapping different parts of their body on the water. Sometimes it's their tail fins or their pectoral flippers, and then sometimes they jump completely out of the water, and when they land on the water, that sound is so loud that it can be heard from miles around, because sound travels 4.5 times faster underwater than it does through the air. So, we're gonna ask Takara to do a behavior that's called a reach to demonstrate that sound. Sound good? All right, remember 2 L's. 2 L's like that, and right across. All right, Jessie, you stay here because I want you to watch as she dives down to the bottom of the pool. Now, Takara weighs 4,700 pounds, so she's got to get enough momentum to jump up and completely out of the water. Check it out. Jessie, I'm so sorry about that. I mean, whew. Oh, here you go. This towel is actually for you. Thank you so much for being such a great sport. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them a round of applause.
As you can see, killer whales can communicate by leaping out of the water and making a huge splash. SeaWorld's research and observation of killer whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries of these amazing animals. For example, we now know that the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. That's information that's impossible to obtain in the wild. However, some information can only be gained through field observation. That's why SeaWorld partners with organizations like the Norwegian Orca Survey to further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of that power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seals from ice cliffs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips in and feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with swipes of their tail fins.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use fluke slams to stun their prey, and they can even beach themselves up and out of the water. For our whales, it's a fun demonstration, but for you, it's the thrill of the hunt. Killer whales are amazing athletes. They can eat over 100 pounds of food a day. Depending on where they live and the type of prey that they eat, their prey can vary. Unfortunately, things like overfishing and pollution pose a serious threat to many populations of killer whales.
Killer whales are impressive animals, and it's pretty obvious why they're the top predator in the ocean. That means killer whales are invincible, right? Wrong.
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful.
still vulnerable.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable. Don't give up. Be inspired.
We can make a difference. The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming, but together we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect.
So much to explore.
The killer whale story is still being written, and there are simple things we all can do to make a difference.
All it takes is one choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? Oh, come on, you can do better than that. I said, how are you doing today? That's more like it. Well, hello everyone, my name is Ceci. I am one of the orca trainers that work with these animals every single day. Right now, as you can see, we've got some killer whales swimming out in the front of the pool. You were probably expecting an awesome finale to this presentation, but the killer whales have decided to take their own adventure. Every single interaction that we have with these animals, it is voluntary participation on their end. And right now, the whales have decided that they would rather swim around than participate in our presentation, which is okay. We allow them to have choice and control over every decision that they make every single day. So now I get to talk to you guys about these beautiful killer whales that live here at SeaWorld San Antonio. We have 5 total. We have 2 boys and 3 girls. Our 2 boys, you probably haven't seen during this time because they haven't participated yet in this presentation at this time. The 3 girls are hanging out in this front pool. We've got Takara and Sakari and Kamea. So Takara is actually the oldest killer whale that we have here at 31 years old, and Sakari and Kamea are her daughters. And then they both were born right here in this very front pool. Kayukin and Tuar, on the other hand, they're hanging out in one of the back habitats right now. Kayukin is also 31. One of my favorite things to say is that although Takara and Kayukin are both 31, Kayukin is twice the size of Takara. So that's one of the ways that we are able to tell apart the males from the females. Takara weighs over 4,600 pounds, whereas Kayukin weighs over 9,600. I know, I hear all of you guys saying, wow. Well, although the male killer whales are a lot bigger than the female killer whales, the girls are still in charge. Girl power, oh yeah, I heard a woman over there shouting out, yelling for the girl power. That is so true. So in the killer whale world, it's a matriarchal society, which means that the girls are in charge. Takara is actually the leader of our pod. So right now she is leading not just her daughters to not participate in the presentation, but she is also leading all of you guys to sit here and watch her while she swims around out and about in her habitat, choosing to do her own thing. I think I heard some people screaming around in this area. Maybe one of the girls splashed you guys. Did the girls just splash you guys? Yeah, it looks like they got splashed over there. One of the girls' favorite things to do when they're sitting out here and there are guests in the stadium is splashing you guys. So right now, like I said, they are doing their own thing. So if they choose to splash you guys, that's just them having fun with you. So here at SeaWorld, we interact with the animals in a variety of ways. I like to say that each time we interact with them, it is a training session. What does a training session involve? It involves a trainer and an animal and a clear communication from trainer to animal. So for example, one of the training sessions that we might do with these animals is called a husbandry session, which you guys actually learned a little bit about husbandry sessions during the presentation. What husbandry means is anything that has to do with the care, the health care that we can provide for these animals. So we've taught them several different behaviors that allow us to obtain samples of their health. So we know exactly what a healthy, well-fed killer whale looks like from the moment they are born to whenever they're old and mature. You know exactly what a healthy, well-fed killer whale looks like throughout their entire life, which is very helpful, important information to share with scientists and researchers out in the ocean who are studying wild populations of killer whales. It's really cool. We have actually participated in a bunch of studies, research studies, to get to know more about these animals. One of them being a hearing study. Raise your hand if you've ever done a hearing study for yourself. You go into a booth, you put some earphones on, and you hear a beep and you're supposed to press a button or something. I see a couple hands up. Well, we actually trained the whales to participate in a hearing study where we were able to obtain information on the range that they can hear, which is really cool information because we were able to share that information with scientists and researchers that are studying the wild populations, like the southern resident killer whales, which is actually a species of killer whales, an ecotype of killer whales that are actually endangered. And we were able to measure, the girls are splashing, the sound range of the boat traffic that might affect the hearing of killer whales during hunting. Now that's husbandry for you guys. We've got exercise sessions. Raise your hand if you participate in exercising in your daily life.